Yo guys, awesome chess blunderer here, and today I have a game that's played between Hikaru Nakamura and Nepomniachtchi in the rapid section of the Grand Chess Tour Paris Rapid and Blitz, and so let's get into the game. So Nakamura starts off with d4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3. Will it be the King's Indian or the Grunfeld? Well, Jan played the Grunfeld, and which is d5. C takes d5, knight takes d5, e4, knight takes, b takes e3, and now bishop g7, bishop e3, c5, and now queen d2. And this is all still theory here. It's the exchange variation. Now queen a5, rook to applying some pressure on c3 pawn. So rook to c1 is played to protect it. Now knight to d7, knight to f3, castles, bishop d3, e5, putting extra pressure on this pawn. Now d5, and now f5. And there are some games played in this position, and some moves that are played are, for example, e takes on f5. Bishop to g5, bishop to h6, just trading off this bishop, and queen to e2. And that's a game that's played between Vidit Gujarati and Yu Yang-yi. Yu Yang-yi is white here, and Vidit is black. And Yu Yang-yi played queen to e2, f takes e4, bishop takes e4, knight to f6, d6, further advancing his pawn. Knight takes on e4. He didn't hang his bishop. Queen to c4, check, just winning back his knight. Now king to h8, queen takes on e4, and white went on to win the game here. So they don't. But instead, Hikaru Nakamura played a new move, which is queen to c2, and this is now a new move, obviously. And oops, sorry. And now f4 is played, just further grabbing more space here, just restricting the bishop space. And now bishop to d2, he's forced to play it, and now he threatens some discoveries. Now b5 here, just expanding. He's not afraid of Jan's not afraid of c4, and Hikaru Nakamura played c4, and Jan played b4, which just protect the queen. Now castles, queen to c7, now a3, this is really interesting. It's obviously it's not good to take on a3, because if you take, then that's rook to a1, and you're gonna win that pawn, and you're gonna have a slightly better position. So Jan played a5 here. Just he want to create a pass pawn, so you don't really want to take here. So play a5, preparing a4, perhaps b3. Next move, now a takes b4, rook to a1, just asking for trade. Rook to a7, he's like saying, you trade on my turf. Rook takes on a7, queen takes on a7, and now bishop to c1, just preparing to perhaps play bishop b2, just target to this pawn. So now knight to b6, just putting extra pressure on c4, bishop to b2, queen to e7, now rook to a1, just assuming control of this open file. Now g5, just preparing to expand on the king's side and perhaps grab some space. Had to play g4, g3, just attack. Now knight to e1, not allowing black to play g4 with tempo here. But black plays it anyway, and now we have bishop to f1. Perhaps if he was given a chance, then he gets to play g3 and perhaps play bishop g2 or something like that. I'm protecting g2 in case of f3 or something. So now bishop to d7, just preparing to play rook to a8, just to trade off. Now knight to d3, just maneuvering, just putting extra pressure on the c5 pawn, and e5 pawn. Now rook to a8, and here rook takes on a8 is the best move, which Hikaru played. Knight takes on a8. This knight is just on the edge, and knight on the edge are usually not really good. It's a common theory. And here that's a really sort of insane sacrifice move, engine move that I think probably Hikaru missed or something. And this move is knight takes on b4. Insane, right? Now after c takes on b4, now you play c5, just probably preparing to play bishop to c4, just with some nasty discoveries to win the queen, preparing that. And also and if black plays, for example, g3, if for example black plays something like king h8, which is this engine's second recommended move, well, white gets to play d6, just expanding. Now white has two pass pawns, restricting this knight movement, and he's probably going to win this pawn back, and he's going to be down a point but in materials. But yeah, he has the two pass pawns. The knight's out of play, so basically white has just a really better position. After queen f8, you're just gonna play perhaps queen to c4 and win the pawn. So, but instead Hikaru played queen to c1. Queen to c1, just preparing to play queen to a1, perhaps with tempo, and to put extra pressure on this pawn. But black plays knight to b6, saying I'm not gonna allow you to not allowing Hikaru to play queen a1 with tempo, attack on the knight, and putting some pressure on this pawn. But Hikaru plays queen to a1 nevertheless, allowing black to take this pawn. Now knight takes c4. Now knight takes b4. This is another interesting move. Yes, unleashing a discovery attack on this knight. Here and yeah, the knight can't simply take b2 here, because knight to c6 just saves everything and doesn't win any material. And if he thinks he could escape that by playing bishop takes on c6, well, you just take back, and this knight is trapped. All his escape square is just trapped, and you have a pass pawn, so you're just better. So now instead just white plays c takes b4. White plays bishop takes on c4, queen to c5. Now just attacking this bishop. Now black has a really strong pass pawn here. Yeah, he's gotta utilize it. Now bishop to b3, and now g3, just expanding on king side even more. And yeah, taking advantage of the fact that the f pawn's pinned. And now yeah, you're forced to play. And white plays queen e1. You can't really take, because if he takes, then yeah, it's not that good. And now you can't really take, so black plays bishop to f6, just preparing to go bishop h4, just increase the pressure and perhaps protect this pawn. Now h takes on g3, f takes on g3, and queen to e2 is played, which is interesting. Now bishop to h4 is played here, just putting a lot of pressure on f2, and f2 can't be defended. So Hikaru plays bishop to c4. Now queen takes on f2. Queen takes on f2. G takes on f2. Now king to h2. Now king to g7. Not king to g7. Sorry, bishop to a4. Just perhaps trying to get to this. Just trying to get to d1 and perhaps e2 in the future to help this pawn to queen. So g3 just attacking this bishop, and there's this really brilliant deflection move here, played by Jan. So pause here and guess what move Jan played. That is really nice. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Jan played bishop to b3, just sacrifice his bishop, and obviously you can't really take because you're just gonna queen, and yeah, for example, g takes h4, queen to f2 just wins the game. Obviously you cannot take the bishop because now bishop takes, and you're just gonna queen the next move. So yeah, White plays bishop f1 here. Now bishop to d8, king to g2, and now bishop to c2, just targeting this pawn. And now Hikaru played a really strange move, which is king to f3. King to f2, king takes on f2 is just simply better here, and yeah, because now this position's equal in material as bishop takes here, bishop takes on e4, on d6. Now, for example, bishop to b6 check, king to e1, king to f7, and note that you can't play. Note that you can't play bishop here because you're just gonna move, and it's a waste because. Wait, no, sorry, that's not. Because you can just take and just push this pawn, and this pawn is unstoppable. So you gotta play king f7 here, and White's just gonna play bishop takes, and the material is just equal here, better than what Hikaru had played before. And yeah, Hikaru for some reason, I think he's pretty low in time or something, but yeah, he didn't manage to calculate this. So he played king to f3, bishop to c7, king takes. Now yeah, realizing his mistake, he took the pawn. I don't know why he takes now, because now if bishop takes, you can't really play d6 because the bishop will takes, and also you can't really capture on this pawn because yeah, the bishop's guarding it. And so he can't play, and now White's just up a pawn now, a really strong. So White plays bishop c4, king g7, just improving the position, activating his king. Bishop b3, just stopping this pawn from advancing. h5, just pushing the pawn. Bishop to c1. Bishop to c1. Bishop to b6 check. Wait, sorry, not bishop to c1. Bishop to king to f6. Sorry. After bishop to b3, king to f6. He played king to f6, just improving the position of his king. Now, bishop to c1 is played. Bishop to b6 check is played. King to e2. Now bishop to c5, just guarding this pawn. g4, and now g4 is played. Bishop to b1. Sorry, bishop to b1. Just now, there's just a couple of waiting moves. White plays. Now White slowly and Black improves his position of their king. Now, White and Black just plays a couple of waiting moves here. And now yeah, they just keep playing a couple of waiting moves. Check. Just even more waiting move, and now finally Black play. Wait, sorry. Finally Black plays e4 check after king to f3, just allowing him to advance with tempo. Now king to e3. Now bishop to c5, just checking, just clearing the path. King to f4. e3. Bishop to h4. e2. Now d6, just trying to. I don't know why Nakamura played it, but yeah, perhaps he wanted to get his bishop away from this diagonal, so his king could come and take the pawn. So, which, yeah, he played it. Bishop takes on d6. Oh, now king to e3, just trying to win the pawn. bishop to e7 is played, a really nice deflective move here. Now, if bishop takes, then you obviously are gonna queen and just gonna win the game sooner or later. Hikaru played bishop to e1. Now king to g5, just improving the position of his king and attacking this pawn. Bishop to e6. Now bishop to c2, just clearing the way for perhaps his pawn push. Now bishop to d2. This is a really interesting move here. Hikaru played here. A better move was king takes on e2, and after b3, you have bishop to c3, bishop to c6, and now king to d2. And this position is just better than what Hikaru played. Hikaru played just make his. It's just what black's just much better now because he can protect his pawn by playing bishop d1, king f2, king d6. I mean that's not king d6. Sorry, king f6, bishop c4. Now black advances his pawn. Bishop takes. Now bishop check. Now king e1, bishop takes e2, king takes. Now bishop d4, king to d3. And this is a really nice sacrificing move, b2, now offering to take the bishop. But yeah, you don't really get anything because you're just gonna queen the next move. So it's forced to play king to c2, king to e5. Now bishop to g5, king to e4, bishop to d8, king to f3, g5, king to g4, bishop f6. Now just asking for a trade here. Obviously you don't want to trade your bishop as because you're just gonna make a really strong pass pawn that can't be stopped. So plays bishop e3, offering a trade. Now they trade takes, and now king to d3. Now black has a really strong pass pawn, and I think it's simply winning. But black got to be really careful to not go into a really drawn pawn endgame. So king to f3 is played here. He plays precisely. Bishop to c3. Now h5, bishop e1, bishop f6. You can't advance because it's just bishop's gonna take and it's a draw. King to d2, bishop g5 check, king to d3, bishop d8, king to d4, bishop b6 check, king to e5, bishop to c7 check, king to f5, bishop to g3 now because the king is going to come for the pawn, and if you play some random move here. So now bishop to c3, and now h4 sorry, bishop to d4, h3, bishop to g1, and now bishop to f2 is played, just asking why to take. Now bishop takes on, and in this position Hikaru Nakamura resigned. Obviously you can't take on h2 because now you're gonna face h2. I mean f2, because now you're gonna face h2. And if you play bishop h2, then that's gonna be bishop g3, and then after bishop g1, then king to g2 just wins the game. So yeah, that is it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I might analyze another game that's played in the Paris Grand Chess Tour next week, perhaps. So yeah, just that's all, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and see ya.